there, YouTube. We're back again for more of our Gencon Bonanza Explosion Blowout coverage. We're live at Gencon 2018. Thanks in part to all of our amazing Kickstarter backers. These amazing companies right here who donated games to us so we could put them on the Kickstarter and send us here. And then, of course, our sponsors, Tasty Dimensional Games and Minion Games. Be sure to click on those links and show them some love. Right now, I'm excited to be talking about Badass Force from Funky Sheep. This is coming out Kickstarter Q4 2018, 3 to 7 players, 45 minutes long for the more gamery version of the game, and 20 minutes long for the shorter version of the game. Now, this is a coup-like, meaty game where you're going to be playing as Badass Force action heroes like Arnold and Steven Seagal and Sarah Connor and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and there's going to be a grand total of 10 of these badasses, with more potentially if the Kickstarter does super well, hopefully. And each one of these is going to have their own special ability on them. Think coup. Where, you know, you can take coins. But in this one, it's like you can take bullets for your gun, because you're going to have your own unique gun in front of you. There's flamethrowers and bazookas and grenade launchers, and you're going to be slowly loading up the ammo until you can shoot the people around you. But each of the cards is also going to have a special ability. So on your turn, what you're going to do is the first thing you're going to do is you're going to place one bullet most of the time, unless you're trying to get revenge mode, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But you're going to place a bullet in the gun that's in front of you, and you always have a gun in front of you. The next thing is you're going to have one action that you can take on your turn. You can change your badass to a different badass, and how it works is you're going to start with the same number of badasses that are out on the table. One of those badasses is going to be randomly put underneath your player aid card. You won't be able to use it, and then you're going to choose which badass you are and actually put it in front of you, which also counts as like one of your life points. So then what you have the option to do is, so you can swap it out, get a new one. You can reload another thing into your gun, so put another bullet into your gun. You can roll dice, and the dice are lucky, so you're either going to get more bullets for yourself, you're going to get bullets for other people. If you get really unlucky, then your gun might just kind of blow up on you and bad stuff happens. But what you're trying to, or you can use the special ability on your card, but this is where it turns into like a coup-like aspect, where you are going to claim the ability on your card, and you can do that legitly, and you can do that action, and nothing bad will happen to you. Or you can bluff, and you can say that you're doing an ability on a card that is not your character card. But at this point, everyone has the ability to challenge you. If they challenge you and they're correct, then you die, your character dies, they gain 2 points. Or potentially more if you're in first place, which I'll talk about the scoring a little bit later. If they are incorrect, then their character dies, and you score 2 points, or potentially 3 points, and then you continue out on your merry way, carrying out the action, or not carrying out the action if you're dead. Now, where the game also gets really interesting is if you lose all 6 of your characters, or however many you're playing with, then you go into what's called revenge mode. And on the bottom of each of the special ability badass cards, where you're going to, be getting extra bullets, or trying to kill people, or doing all sorts of crazy stuff, there's like this super special ability on the card, and you only activate that if you are in revenge mode. But the other thing about revenge mode is going to trigger the end of the game really quickly, because every other person who's not in revenge mode is going to get 1 point at the beginning of their turn. Now, how scoring works is you're trying to go to 16 points or less if you're playing a shorter version of the game, and you get points for killing other people on your turn. You get 2 points for killing the first person, 1 point for killing additional people, and an extra bonus points if you kill the leader. So it's like a meatier version of Coup, which I really did like. It had a really big memory aspect to the game, too, because how it works is once your character's eliminated, you put it face up. So people know that character's eliminated, but when another one of your badasses is eliminated, you put it on top of it. So once you start thinning down the deck, people are like, oh, I remember your Sylvester died, and I think you don't have your Arnold or your Chuck Norris, so I think I should be able to play this, but oh, you might have that. So there's really a really cool memory aspect to the game. There's lots of different weapons, and some of them is like a flamethrower, which can potentially set more than one person on fire, but it also could explode on you, and if you're getting close to it exploding, that might impact how other people take their turns, because they're more likely to roll the dice, so they can make you explode. There's a grenade, a bazooka, which kills everybody at the table, which can be huge points. Lots of cool stuff. I really dug this game. I'm still a huge fan of Coup. It's still in my top 100 games of all time. You know, I have not gotten sick of that game, and this just feels like a really cool extension to Coup. I love the theme. I'm big into 80s action movies and 90s action movies, so that was right up my alley. I thought the actions were really interesting, and there were 3. We played with 7, and there were 3 we were not playing with. There was like Uma Thurman from Kill Bill, and I don't remember the other ones, but it was a really enjoyable game, and I think if your game group likes Coup, and maybe you want to move on to something slightly heavier, this would definitely be a game you want to check out, especially if you like that 80s action theme. Now, very similar to Coup, I don't know how I'd feel about this game at the lower player counts, because I think it's probably going to be best at 5, 6, 7 players, but it does go down to 3 players, so I'm not exactly sure how that would work. But that is Badass Force from Funky Sheep, coming out Q4 to Kickstarter, so if it looks like it might be your cup of tea, be sure to check that one out. Very cool artwork, by the way. It's got this really stylized artwork. Hopefully I'll be able to post that on the thumbnail here of like their faces, but it's all like cartoony and it looks like this, and it's just going to lead to all sorts of making the quotes from the movies. We had a lot of fun with it. But that is Badass Force. If you're enjoying this Gen Con coverage, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below and in the comments below. Let me know. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. What's your favorite action movie of all time? Or one of them. One of them. That's easier.
Oh, favorite action movie of all time. I don't know. It's a hard one. I'm going to go with Drunken Master with Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan? Solid choice. Solid choice. Man. I might have to go with The Rock. I really thought that was a spectacular movie, and recently I saw Mission Impossible, which, oh my gosh, the new Mission Impossible is incredible. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with The Rock, the Sean Connery classic. Very good movie. Con Air is a great one, too, with
Nicolas Cage.
John Travolta. John Travolta was the correct answer. But let me know in the comments below your favorite. He's in it. He's in it. Don't scoff at me. He's my guy. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite action movie of all time is. As always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
Hook up on Facebook. He's a guy.
What? Check your guy, dude.